소스를 가져올게.
And again, take the sidewalk and then see some other animals in here. Get to this one. You're the lowest one.
근데 애가 안 하다가 난리야. 저 새끼 기린도 있어 저기. 기린이야 염소야?
뭐예요? 본 거예요? 아까? 난 아무것도 안 보이는. 이거 뭐야? 이거 뭐야? 이거 봐.
So what happens is when they poop, they push their tails back really fast and like spray poop all over the place.
진짜 커.
You're going to have to take care of that. Rod is very
레나 이거 봐. 레나 이거 봐. 레나 이거 봐. 뭐?
나 이번 달 말에 팀 저녁 안 해.
멋있다.
I forgot about that traffic one in San Diego.
And that's it. That's the most terrible.
No, it was the worst. It was super packed. And people got like
내가 잘하지.
본탭.
잘 들어가. 연기 같네. 이거 뭐야? 스티커 이거 뭐야? 뭐야 이거?
이거 알지? 딱 일로. 이게 메인이겠지. 얘네가 아빠 안녕해주세요. 응? 얘네 컴온. 가지마 레나는 가지. 안녕 레나. 씨 엄청나네. 여기 있다. 어디다 봐주는 걸 감사합니다.
no bed requirement there.
Let's see if I can find Tim.
와.
이게 영화 무슨 영화에서 보고서는 나도 되게 감명 깊었거든. 너 찍어봐. 아니 내가 그냥 이렇게 찍으면 돼.
대폰 줘봐.
네, 했죠. 운전하다 무섭다니까. 날씨도 딱 적당히 이제 딱 개어주는. Thanks, thank you. No.
You want to take it off?
Lieutenant Richard Dick Best, United States Navy. Lieutenant Best was highly trained in dive-bombing tactics. On the morning of June 4th, 1942, he saw that 2 squadrons were attacking the same target, the Japanese carrier Kaga. Meanwhile, a second Japanese carrier, Akagi, was not under attack. Telling his wingmen, "Follow me," he improvised his own attack on the Akagi. Best's daring decision sealed the fate of the Japanese carrier. The Chief Aviation Pilot Wilhelm Gus Hessel.
Navy has a heart. I was there for 9 days, and then went back. See him again. Anyway, the tour goes on that way. Now you're going to do a huge tour through the whole second deck here. And you'll see like our chapel, the officers' eating area. We go down into the laundry.
I think we went the wrong way.
Who used all the toilet paper? You did.
Hey, Daddy. Look at the haircut.
Supply everything, really everything in the world has become much more flexible. The Navy supply has led the charge there.
Set that up running, right, kid?
Are we gonna go back?
Showers.
Yeah.
아 여기가 진국이네. 멀리 지금 봐.